been a while since I've done any video, and I've made a bit of progress. So my rudder is on its way to completion. I've shaped both sides. This one probably could do with a little bit more. So I faired this side, and I'm going to sand it back, looking at getting the glass on it. I'm trying to use this as practice to see how well I can get this fairing done. Make sure I've got that pivot point right. Here's the pieces, and I've just had a reread of the plans, or rather the instructions, and we've got to put glass fibre here and here in this section. I plan to use some graphite additive to my epoxy for that bit. I have been having a bit of a play with a few things. Show you this, if I can do it without dropping it, because I've just given it some varnish. My first attempt at carving. This is going to be the tiller extent, or the end of the tiller. First coat of varnish on it. Quite pleased. Started off as a bit of a joke, and then it ended up being something significant and well, sentimental. So yeah, I can work out how I'm going to put that on the tiller. Quite pleased with that. The first bit of carving. I'm pleased with it. It's coming out well. I just hope it all comes together nicely, especially that tiller extension. Later date I'll explain why I did that. And I hope it's going to make quite a nice conversation piece. Yeah. Chris out. Where am I? Right, so rudder is had its first fairing. Had some success. The rudder cheeks, I've done graphite and scuff, and I saw somebody suggest about the doweling. Highly recommend it. What I did is I clamped it, and then I drilled the holes for the dowels. Got to make sure the measurements were right, and it just slots in perfect. So all I've got to do next, is when I'm ready, is to epoxy it all together with the clamps. Those dowels can be cut flush, and we'll be laughing. I've got to remember to make sure that when I've got the fiberglass on both these sides, the rudder still fits in its slot. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is put a first sheet of fiberglass on this side. And I've got a fairly round curve on these edges, so I'm thinking if I get a good coating of epoxy on it, wrap it over, and then I've seen some people use greaseproof paper and tape, hold it flush. I had a bit of an idea. I've still got it to show. I wondered about wrapping it in something. Where is it? I tried wrapping it in one of them. Didn't work. It kind of did. It got to about here, which was quite impressive. But there was a split up here, so that wouldn't have been any good for, like, you know, protection. So now I've got to let that go a bit tacky, and then I'll put the fiberglass on. It's only been a few hours. This was the slow hardener. This is now hard enough for me to... Okay, a little bit of a scratch on, but still reveal. Wait for it. Hang on. Oh, that's well in there. Oh no, that worked. Peelage. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that worked. Oh. Yeah. Smooth. Just got to film this. This is weird. So this came out of the pot, epoxy pot. So it's not tacky, but it's firm enough to be able to peel it off. But it's also like this. It's almost like I can mould it with my hand. I bet if I mould it like that, put a weight on that, that'll set to this. How weird is that? And it's kind of malleable. I can't scratch it. What the heck? That's such weird stuff. Possibly not the most efficient use of graphite with the epoxy. There's a lot of waste there. But it's my first try, so you know, I call it my learning epoxy. Just squat it like that and hold it like that. There we go. Put that on the clamp, just as an experiment.